Hello everyone, I am Erika of beadingschool.com and you are watching No One Has to Bead Alone, my weekly beading workshop to make sure that every beader all around the world has company. Today we are going to work on the lutea motif. It can become a pair of earrings, it can become a bracelet, a necklace, a cute pendant, whichever you like. But before we would dig into beading, please let me know. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Are you watching from YouTube? Are you watching from the Beading School Facebook channel? I would like to make sure that everything is all right before we would start beading. I don't see comments coming in for now. I really hope that it's going well. Let me check. So I'm checking YouTube. And indeed, it started on YouTube. Oh, I can see finally. I see Laura saying hi. I see Antoinette saying happy Friday, but it's Thursday. I know that it's confusing because No One Has to Bead Alone Day used to be Friday, but it's not anymore since January. So happy Thursday, everyone. And Lita is watching from Facebook. Melissa can see me and hear me. Donna is here. Violetta is here. Cindy is here. Linda says that YouTube also is all right. So, lovelies. Today, we are going to bead the lutea. Maybe you have beaded it already because this is a design that I made during a coffee time with Erika. Let me show you. This is it. So I came up with it right during a live video with design ideas, with the help of design ideas from you, using the newest Beading School Academy theme box, the Bavarian Princess. And we still have a few boxes left. So if you would like to pick up one more, or you would like to sign up as one of our beloved students of the Beading School Academy, then it's still possible at beadingschoolacademy.com. Before we would dig in, I would also like to show you a few other designs that we were talking about this week at Beading School. This week is dedicated, with the exception of No One Has to Bead Alone, to bead embroidery. It is my absolute favorite technique, and many of you relate to that. It just gives me enough space to really put a piece of my thoughts, a piece of my heart into the jewel. And it's so relaxing, the stitches up and down. So I love bead weaving too, but bead embroidery is my true love. And every second week, to correspond with the current Beading School Academy theme, we dedicate a week to bead embroidery. This time, let me start here, we had a new star-shaped art cabochon in the Beading School Academy theme box. And the star-shaped art cabochon, it was used by Veronka. She is, by the way, making for you a little video tutorial helping you with the tutorial for Dear Sissy. Some of you had questions, so we thought that the best way to help you out is a video. And that star cabochon has now a big sister or big brother, so the same shape is also available now in a bigger version. And that is what Nitti, my dear friend Anita Schachman, used for the Elisa brooch that you can see on the screen. And the tutorial on its own is available in the Beading School Bead Shop. I put a link to the new products into the comment fields. And we will also restock the kits too, which are sold out at the moment, but they will be coming back. It's also worth it to put yourself on the waiting lists for the star cabochons, because imagine, today was a huge day for beading school. You know, recently, under the guidance of a master ceramic artist, we started to work on our own collection of art cabochons, and the master ceramic artist is helping us and educating us to set up our own manufactory in the beading school treasury. So today we opened the kiln for the first time, and what was inside was beautiful. And with the knowledge that we are learning from the master ceramic artist and with her quality checks, we will now be able to restock and produce your beloved art cabochons a lot more efficiently. So put yourself on the waiting list if you would like to have one of them. And besides that, since you were so much in love with the small nuggets that we reintroduced recently, then we also brought back Zuzi's beautiful kit, the Aztec Sun, with the small nugget cabochons. And this is probably my absolute favorite color combination. She called it Frida, but there are more, and then even a new one. You can find these under the bundles. I will also put in the link. And I'm really, really happy that you wrote that that it made you happy that these are back. But now it's time for Lutea, of course. And I would also like to greet first Belinda, Linda, Yosin, Molly, Sherry, Jennifer, Bernadette, Laura, Gail, Martika. And Antoinette is asking if the star cabochon will always be in the shop from now on. We will try to restock it soon. Irma is here, Molly is here. Molly says here it's 28 degrees. Is anyone else having heat? Up until now I was complaining that we have no summer in the Netherlands, but it arrived. So yes. And Terry is here, Jen is here. And Jen, when Jen is asking, does the kit come with the tutorial? When you go for a kit, then you can always select if you would like to have the tutorial included or not, because we have beaders who would like to bead the same jewel in 2 or even more color combinations. So then it is enough if they buy the tutorial, if you buy the tutorial with one of the kits, and the rest is for a bit better price. We also have here Lutka, Violetta. Lita is asking if we own the molds for the cabochons. Yes, indeed. Those are really like beading school production now. Sharon is here, Niti, Jill, Carol, Niti is here. And Gail, I already said hi. So this is the jewel that we are going to work on. And this color combination comes from the Bavarian Princess box. But before we would start, I would also like to show you the other color combination that I was working on, just for a bit of inspiration. So when I was drawing a tutorial and testing it one more time, then I went for a warmer combination, and this is what came out. I will fix it on one of the brooch filigrees that we were talking about last week. So this is a bit purple, a bit pink and a bit beige and bronze tones. And now, just a moment, I will put on the material list and let's check that what do you need today for the jewel. And hi, Jessica. So you need, for example, a pendant to the bottom that is optional. Then, or you can also add crystal connectors, for example. That's up to you and depends on your personal choice. Then in the middle, you will need, okay, I will put this next to each other. No, this does not work well. So let's get back to the material list. So you will need, for a single motif, one 4mm Preciosa Swan rhinestone, and thank you, Sharon, for your compliment. 6 pieces of Kali beads, 3 whole Kali beads, 12 pieces of cubic zirconia micro charms. You need 6 pieces of 3mm fire polished beads, 6 pieces of 2 times 3mm faceted microspacers, fire polished microspacers. You need 1 or 2 colors of size 15 Miyuki round seed beads and 1 color of Miyuki size 11 Delica beads. So this is the material list. Please let me know if you have any questions about the material that you need today. I'm using my usual size 11 tulip beading needle and 60 centimeters of fire line, my usual 4LB or 0.005 inch fire line. Nate is asking if my red nail polish is a hint for the next theme. Oh, I'm just really, really love it. Good question, Nate. And hi, Helena. And Cindy asks, I am scared to work with the crystal because I usually break my thread. Do I need to beat looser? If you experience that they break your thread, then indeed I would recommend a little bit looser thread tension to play it safe. And hi Bonnie, and hi Angelina. So ladies, can I switch to my hand camera now and shall we start beading? Let me know if you have any other questions about the material. So you should be able to see now my motif. This is the second colorway, and this is how I finished my first colorway. It became an earring, and I added components from the frozen drop and connector box. I added a connector at the top, and I added a cute drop with this bow tie at the bottom. There was a discussion. I asked for your opinion in the club if I should go for the white or the yellowish charm, but I decided that I wanted to keep it clean and white. And thank you so much for everyone's advice in the club. If you don't have questions, then let's start beading. Of course, you can download the PDF tutorial that makes it easier for you to follow today's workshop from noonehas2beadalone.com as always. You always have 2 options for 3 days, starting with the workshop itself. So now you can either download it as a gift from Beading School, or you can decide to go for a support option to support the video and buy it through the Bead shop. And thank you so much in both cases that you are here and you are beading together. And thank you so much for bringing your inspiration together from all around the world. If you enjoy these videos, by the way, if you enjoy beading with Beading School, if you enjoy being in the Beading School community, then please share this video with your beading friends and invite them to participate next time. And let's start beading. We will need 6 pieces of collie beads for the first step. Since these are multi-hole beads, then it's always worth it to take a quick look at the holes to make sure that you don't have a nasty surprise later. Sometimes holes can be clogged, and once we secured them tightly to our beadwork, then it's not so nice having to go back and replace one of those. So I picked up 6 pieces of the collie beads and I bead through all of them one more time. I leave a little tail of 5-6 inches or 10-12 centimeters, and then I bead through the same hole of the first collie bead one more time. So this is what I get. This is what you should see on your bead mat. 6 collie beads joined into the circle. The thread is running through all of them twice, except the very first one, because there you have the thread running through it 3 times, and the tail and the working end will point in different directions. Please let me know, ladies, if this was clear. I would like to know to make sure that everyone can follow. And hi, Marta, so good to see you. And a question also to everyone: are you using the original colors, the Bavarian Princess colors, or are you playing maybe with a new color combination? And Sharon says that it's very clear. Thank you so much, Sharon, for letting me know. You are such a great beader always, and so attentive that you answered my question. Linda also says all clear, and dear Martha, thank you again. In the second step, we are going to add size 15 milky round seed beads between the same holes of the collies. So my thread is hanging from a collie bead. I pick up around 15 and then I bead through the same hole of the next collie. So still just the first inside hole of the collie beads. Altogether, I'm adding 6 round 15s. Magic number is 6 in this case. Ooh, and Lita is using Bavarian Princess colors, but she swapped the fire polished beads to 3mm pearl white fire polished beads, and I think that pearly touch is very fitting because just an interesting fact, Cecil loved pearls. We have an article waiting for you in the virtual classroom of the Beading School Academy, and it's about Ceci's favorite jewels, and it also mentions her love of pearls. So I finished this step by exiting the second round 15 that I picked up. Molly also uses Bavarian colors. And Perlanfi says that you could also exchange the beads to 2-hole bead bars, but actually we are using in this time all 3 holes, so we need the 3 holes of the collie beads. Sharon will go for a different color to make it more personal. In step 3, we are starting to fix the 4mm rhinestone in the middle. to do that, I'm exiting one of the size 15s. I pick up two size 15 Miyuki round seed beads in my second color, the rhinestone itself, and two more round 15 Miyuki seed beads. I bead through the round 15 exactly opposite of the one that I am exiting, and I bead back through the two pairs of size 15s and the rhinestone in between. I finish this step by beading through the size 15 that I was exiting at the beginning, and I continue through the inside hole of a kali and one more size 15. So this is how it looks like at the moment. And Lita says that she will read the article after the broadcast. I promise it's a really good one. Now we will continue fixing the rhinestone. So I'm exiting a size 15, as you can see, that is not yet attached to the rhinestone. I pick up a size 15 in my second color and a Miyuki Delica size 11, and I bead through the second open hole of the Preciosa Suwon rhinestone. I pick up the same combination in opposite order, so a Miyuki Delica and a size 15, and I bead through the size 15 opposite of the one that I was just exiting. And now my task is to bead back through the 4 new seed beads and the Preciosa Suwon rhinestone in between. And to finish the step, I bead through this size 15 that I was exiting, a kali bead, and one more size 15. And this is how it should look like at the moment. Please let me know, ladies, if it's going well and if we can continue to the next step. By the way, since this is a motif that has 6 points, then it will also be easy to connect the pieces into a bracelet in case you would like to make decoration for your wrist. Only thing that you need to be attentive to when connecting the motifs is that the orientation of the rhinestones should be in alignment with each other. Oh, and Linda, I'm sorry that you need to go. I really hope that you will get better soon and the treatment works. And please keep us updated how you are and how is beading going for you. Would love to see your piece. Take care. So, to continue beading, we will now, in step 5, finish fixing the rhinestone. So I'm exiting one of the last size 15s that is not yet attached to the Preciosa rhinestone. I pick up a size 15 Miyuki. I bead through Delica Preciosa Suwon rhinestone Delica. And I pick up one more Miyuki round 15s. I bead through the very last round 15 between the kalis that is not yet attached to the rhinestone, and then I bead back through the size 15 that I just picked up, Delica Suwon rhinestone Delica. I bead back through the size 15 that I picked up at the very beginning, And I finish this step by beading one more time through the size 15 that I was exiting at the beginning, and then I continue through a collie bead, size 15 collie bead, and I finish it off by turning to the opposite direction through the second hole of the same collie bead that I was just crossing. So this is how it looks like at the moment. Lovely ladies, do you have any questions about this step? And please also let me know if downloading the PDF tutorial worked well for you. Last week and the week before, unfortunately, we had some issues, but today they should have been fixed. Zuzi and Dora tested it, so please let me know if it worked well for you. Loretta is just watching today. And let's continue. So now we are going to add 3mm fire polished beads between the second holes of the collie beads. And Leta says that the PDF download was fixed, so I'm super happy about that. I'm exiting the second middle hole of a collie. I pick up a fire polished bead and then I bead through the middle hole of the next collie. And this is how I bead all around. The color of my 3mm fire polished bead in this case blend in a bit, but you can also decide to make them pop with a vibrant accent color. That's completely up to you. Or make it even more elegant, like Lita did with the pearly white fire polished beads. I finish by beading through the first fire polished collie, a second fire polished, and the middle hole of the next collie. And I finish this step by turning to the original direction by beading through this third outer hole of a collie bead. And by Yosin is saying goodbye today. In step 8, we are adding 6 pieces of faceted microspacers, 2 times 3mm size. It seems that I accidentally mixed some true tools in the same color into my little baggie, because as I picked up the beads, then some true tools appeared in front of my eyes. And I didn't notice it before. Does it ever happen to you? Sometimes I accidentally mix the same color of delicas to the same color of size 15s, and it can be super annoying. At least these are easy to divide. I also need for this step a bunch of size 15s in my first color, and a bunch of the cubic zirconia charms. You need to be careful about the orientation of the cubic zirconias in this step, because as you can see, the top or the front side should always face the faceted microspacer. So in one sequence, 2 charms will face each other. So one group of beads consists of a size 15, a cubic zirconia charm, a faceted microspacer, another cubic zirconia charm, and one more size 15. So the sequence that I am adding in between the outside holes of the cullies consists of 5 beads. On the sides at the end and the beginning, size 15 Miyuki round seed beads, then 2 cubic zirconia charms, and in the middle a 2 times 3 millimeter faceted microspacer. And once I'm sure that I picked them up correctly, then I can bead through the outside hole of the next cully bead. And then I keep going all around. Some of you might remember that when I was beading it during a live design, then I kept messing with the orientation of the microspacers. The orientations of the cubic zirconias, but I kept it seems that it's going. I just said that it seems that it's going better, but I actually see a mistake. Do you also do this, ladies, or it's just me? Even if I'm doing my best, even when I was doing that other color combination, then I kept doing this despite all my effort, despite knowing that I need to be careful. Marta said on my previous question about mixing beads that are similar to each other, that indeed she's mixing sometimes size 15s and size 11s in the same color. And there's Ice here with us now. Okay, and now I picked up 2 faceted microspacers. Erika needs another coffee probably. All is good now. And I continue. And now the third group of the same sequence. And Joyce, hi Joyce, she says, I make mistakes even when I think I am paying attention. I hate when I have to take out multiple rounds. And Lita says, I did this a lot in my mini challenge, but finally got the hang of it. And Sharon says, I do it all the time. I spend a lot of time frogging to fix mistakes, and I notice usually a couple of steps back. Dear ladies, I'm glad that I'm not alone with this. Thank you so much for sharing. And that requires bravery from you, that you shared that you make mistakes. And besides beading, that's also something that we can get a lot better at when working on our pieces of jewels. We just get used to making mistakes, fixing them, admitting them, asking for help. And those are, in my opinion, lessons that we can use very well in our daily lives too. Loretta says that the same happens to her too. And I'm adding now the last sequence, the last 6th group of beads. And I finish this step by repeating the thread pass through the very first group that I have picked up and also through the cully bead. So this is how it looks like after the after the 7th step. And Helena is sharing that she also mixed full Labrador and black full Labrador, not sorted out them. And Helena, do you actually feel the need to sort out crystal full Labrador and black full Labrador? Because in my opinion, you don't actually see the difference if you don't break apart the beads. So in my opinion, we actually don't have to be picky about them. But it might be, of course, different for you. And Angelina says exactly, all mistakes are just learning points. And Angelina says that she goes around the full circle one more time. And of course, there can be differences in what you feel necessary to retrace or not. So for me, it was enough to retrace through one group, but of course, dear beaders, if you feel it's not enough, then repeat the whole thread path as Angelina did. And let's look what's happening in step 8. So I'm exiting the Kali bead and I bead through a cubic zirconia charm. I pick up 5 pieces of round 15 Miyuki seed beads and then I bead in the opposite direction through the faceted microspacer. So the 5 Miyuki round seed beads, they are framing the top of the microspacer. And then I bead through the first 2 one more time. I skip the middle one and I bead through the last 2 one more time. And this will make this frame around the microspacer pointy, as you can see. And I'm exiting now the cubic zirconia. I skip the size 15 and I bead through the Kali bead. And now again, I skip the size 15. I bead through the cubic zirconia. I pick up 5 Miyukis, round 15s. I bead backwards through the microspacer. And then I repeat the thread pass except the middle size 15 and I bead through the cubic zirconia. I skip the size 15 from the previous step. And I bead through the Kali. And Irena says the tutorial says 4 size 15s and size 15Bs. They should be size 15As. I apologize for the mistake. And you can actually bead this in 2 different ways. And I think I looked too quickly at the picture. So one way is to pick up 5 of the size 15s, and then when you repeat the thread pass, then you skip the middle one. But on the picture, after exiting the cubic zirconia, you pick up only 4 of the size 15s. You bead backwards through the microspacer, and after beading through 2 of the size 15s, you pick up 1 more size 15, you bead through the other 2, and then you continue. And the result is the same. It doesn't matter which way you prefer. So don't worry. So let's stick, of course, to what's in the tutorial. I pick up 4 of the size 15s and I bead backwards through the faceted microspacer. I bead through 2 of the size 15s. I pick up a 5th one for the middle, and then I continue this thread path. And I have the nice little picot over the faceted microspacers. Now I am doing it for the 5th time. And choice, absolutely, you can do this in every similar position. This is an interchangeable way of adding these kinds of picots. You might like one, you might like the other one better. The result is the same. And this is the last time when I'm repeating it. So this is the sixth repetition. I have the 4 size 15s on my needle. I bead backwards through the faceted microspacer. I bead through the first 2 size 15s. I pick up the 5th size 15 for this group, and I finish off this step by beading through 2 size 15s, the cubic zirconia and the Kali bead. So the motif is finished, and depending on what you would like to bead, you can add some decorations to it. As you can see on the picture, you can add, for example, a pendant at the bottom. You can add a crystal connector at the top. It's completely up to you. And lovely ladies, do you have any questions about the lutea design? I would like to help you, if possible, still during the video, so you don't have to wait for any replies until tomorrow. Niti says it's dainty and cute. I think so too. And actually, if you use the original crystal connector from the Bavarian Princess box that is also drawn on the illustration, then I think it will be amazing and so elegant and fit for Sissy perfectly. Angelina says that it's one of those designs that will look good in any color combination. Gail also finds it a beautiful design. Rita is thinking about the bracelet. And Loretta can't wait to make it. So lovely ladies, thank you so much for your company today. I can't wait to see your luteas tomorrow in the Beading School Club. Lutea is, by the way, just as my other designs for the Bavarian Princess Theme, named after a special flower in Bavaria. So you might also want to choose flower colors for it. So lovely ladies, happy beading. I would like to thank you for all your precious bead orders during the bead embroidery week. I am super happy that you like the new art cabochons dedicated to the Bavarian Princess Theme. We managed to restock some of them, and also managed to do the biggest restock ever since we started uh, bringing you the beading school art cabochons. So it's really worth it to check out the beading school bead shop at beadingschool.com. Thank you so much, everyone, and take care. Happy beading.